Hello, today on Breakfast, Lunch, and Dinner Cooking, I'm going to be making a strawberry pie that my friend Dawn taught me how to make. And here we go. So what I'm going to start out doing is I've got these 4 quarts, or pints, I guess, of strawberries. And I want to find my absolute best ones for this pie. And the rest of them I'm going to freeze. And what she did is she took some paper towel and she set it on the one she was going to use in the pie. She set on the paper towel and she let it rest for a really long time. So I'm going to take my prettiest strawberries here. And set them on my paper towel here. When I get these all done, I'll get back with you. Now that I've got my strawberries all washed, I am going to take 1 1/3 cups of water. That looks like a little bit more. That's about right. And I'm going to turn my burner on. And I'm going to take 1 1/2 cups of sugar. This is the glaze that goes over the strawberries in the pie crust. So 1 1/2 cups of sugar. And then I'm going to do 1/4 cup of cornstarch. And it says to boil it until it's clear. That's about 1/4 cup. So I am going to be stirring that. And I am going to add to, this recipe doesn't call for it, but I'm going to add about 1/4 teaspoon of salt. I think it really adds when you do that. So I'm going to stir this up. And it says boil until it's clear. So once this starts getting clear, I'll get back to you. Okay, this is looking pretty good. I'm going to turn it down a little bit. And now what you want to do is you want to take a small 3-ounce thing of strawberry jello and put it in there. And then you boil it for 1 minute. So I'm going to be watching here. Make sure you get all the jello mixed in really good. That's looking good. Then what you do is you set this off to the side and you let it cool. And I think that's about right. So I'm going to turn this off and set this off to the side, and we'll meet you on the other side to make the crust. Okay, so this crust calls for I'm going to double this. And she had it that it was just 1 cup of flour. I'm doing 2 cups of flour because I didn't feel like she had enough crust. And it called for 1 stick of margarine, which is the half of a cup. And I'm going to do, instead of margarine, I'm going to use this Crisco butter flavored. And I'm going to do a cup of it. Because when she put the strawberries in, she didn't have enough to put it all in the pie crust. So I want to have enough that I can put it all in the pie crust. That should be good. And her recipe doesn't call for salt either, but I am going to put probably 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt. I don't know, whenever you have anything, I don't know, salt just makes it taste way better. And then I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of sugar. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to work it all in like I do my regular crust. And as usual, I'll be putting the recipe on the in the description. And the recipe does not call for any water either, but I'm going to do that too. I want to roll it out. It said to pat it in the pan, but I want to roll it out. I want to make it like a pretty pie crust. But I'm telling you, this was delicious pie. She made it up north at the cabin, and we really enjoyed it. Thank you, Dawn. So what I'm going to do, I think that's about right. I always crumple it really good. So it's like little crumples. Like so. Then I am going to add some water. She didn't call for it, but I don't want to just pat it in. I want to roll it out. Okay, that's all coming together nice. And if I don't use all the crust, I can always freeze it too. But move some of this stuff out of my way. Grab my rolling pin. Okay. Grab some flour. And this is just a 1 crust, so this is probably a lot for just 1 crust, but we'll see what we end up with. Can you guys see me? There we go. Always want to make sure you got flour on your rolling pin and flour on your crust. It all cooks in anyway. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be baking the crust and then putting in the strawberries and the cooled gelatin. And you can make homemade whipped cream, you know, by whipping your own cream, but I'm just going to use the stuff in the can. I'm taking this tomorrow night to a family 4th of July party, and I think they'll enjoy it. I'll be right back. I've got my pie plate, and as usual, I'm going to put it in the corner, then unfold it, and then unfold it again. And I am going to cut some of this off. I'd rather have too much crust than not enough, because for one, it makes it look pretty, and I want to hold all the strawberry gelatin over the strawberries too. So I'm just going to roll this up like so. I just love a big crust on a pie. Aunt Anne taught me to do that when I was a young new wife, and I was so thrilled. Wherever you don't have enough, just add it. That butter flavored Crisco, I've never been a big Crisco girl, but as I get older, it just smells like butter. And like I said, just keep adding it where you need it, but don't overwork the crust. See how I'm just lightly rolling it and putting it in. You don't want to be playing with it, because you'll get a tough crust that way. And I should have probably refrigerated my Crisco before I used it. I found out I hadn't made pies in so many years because it's just been me. My kids have been out of the house for, my gosh, a long time. And I forgot that you really want to make that cold. Well, anyway, now I'm just taking my 3 fingers. Look at how pretty that is. And what you want to do to bake the crust, I have tried many different things. I've tried putting a pie plate in there on top of it, which, yeah, it kind of worked, but it kind of got stuck a little bit. I want this to be really pretty. This is for my new son-in-law's family, who I love very much. Okay. Kind of blow the little crumples out. And now what you want to do is take a fork and fork it all around so it doesn't have any reason to fall down on you. And just fork it all around. I don't think you can put too many. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to take aluminum foil. If I can find it. There it is. I was so mad. I paid like almost $4 for this, and then I saw it at the Dollar Tree for $1.25. I'm like, are you kidding me? So go to the Dollar Tree for your aluminum foil. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try something different. I am going to kind of form this into a pie shell a little bit and see if I can, the sides will hold up that way. That's what I'm doing. So we'll see if it works. So I'm going to put this in a 350 oven for about 20 minutes, but I'm going to actually put it in a 400 oven for about 20 minutes, and I'll get back to you. Okay, I just pulled this out of the oven, and my aluminum foil worked pretty good. It wanted to fall down on me, but it definitely needed the 20 minutes. You know what? That's still feeling a little bit doughy. I'm going to put it in for 5 more. Okay, now I'm going to start building the pie. And this is how Dawn did it. She just put all the strawberries close together. These have been drying for quite a while. I think that was the hot tip. I did bake this for another 5 minutes, and I let it cool for about 20, I think now. Just kind of put the strawberries in where they fit. I thought I was going to freeze some, but I didn't end up having enough to freeze. You know, strawberries, they don't keep real long. I don't really want to jam it in there, but I want enough in there that it's filled up, you know. Make sure you don't have any of the leaves, the little leaves. Okay, I think that's going to be all I can squeeze in there. You don't want to break up your crust. Maybe I could cut one of these in half and put a half in each side there. I'm telling you, this is so yummy. It really is. Yeah, that's a good idea. Cut them in half and then you can squeeze a little more in. Okay, now I'm going to take my sauce and I'm just going to drizzle it over it. And I'm so glad I made the higher crust, because then you can put all the gel in it, you know. Try to make sure you cover all of them. And then what you do is you refrigerate this overnight and make sure you drizzle a little bit on each one so that they all have like a little glazy look. But this gets, you know, just a nice, I don't know if any of you guys, I don't know if they're still doing that at Big Boy, the strawberry pies at Big Boy. This is what it tastes like at home. So there you have it. And I'm gonna put that in the fridge and take it to the party tomorrow night. I'm not gonna cut it for you guys because I want it to be pretty for the party. But anyway, if you like my little video, be sure and push the like. That really helps my channel. And I wanted to tell you, next week I'm going up north and I'm camping. And I'm planning on doing some videos around the campfire and, you know, just stuff you could do when you're camping. And thank you so much for watching. And love the Lord with all your heart. And till we meet again. Hope you enjoyed my video. Bye-bye.